Dr. Vivian Oystick did research which explored the feasibility and accessibility of art-based mindfulness program for adolescent mothers.
Yes.
Vivian, what advice to future researchers to continue this type of research?
Yeah, so I think it's incredibly important, especially since I found that engagement, retention, and accessibility and feasibility was quite high, which tells me that if the program is replicated, that you may have favorable results. And so for researchers who are interested in doing this work, I think my biggest recommendation, the most important aspect of my research was the collaboration with organizations, because it breaks down barriers to accessing the population, because sometimes young parents are considered hard to reach in the literature. So it gives you access, but not only that, it helps you develop the trusting relationship that is required. I think that, and I wrote in my thesis, that the success of the program with young moms was not just because of how wonderful the program is, but was just as important. Just as important was the relationship that those young moms had with my collaborating organization. The trust that was already there, because they allowed me in to be able to deliver the program. And if that trust wasn't there, we never would have got off the ground, because I wouldn't have anybody in the room. And so because the organization was able to say, we trust Vivian, and we trust Vivian to come in here and do this work, they were more open to that. And I saw a real change in how the moms engaged with me over time and started to trust who I was and what I was doing. And so collaborating and trying to break down those barriers as much as possible, like providing bus tickets and food and childcare. Childcare is critical, because otherwise they can't focus on the program content. And so we, as researchers, can't rush into this type of work. There needs to be a lot of work done before the research to create the proper context, and also to collaborate with the moms where possible, right? Again, if I went in and said, I'm offering this program at 11 o'clock in the morning because that's when I'm available, I wouldn't have had anybody there. Like they said to me, Vivian, our kids sleep at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It has to be at 3. So that's when I did it, was at 3. And another important aspect is, showing up. And over a 2-year period, I did not miss a single session. And that helped to develop the relationships, because they knew I was going to be there. So they came. And if I didn't show up, then they weren't going to. And so I think consistency, relationship building, trust building, collaboration, really putting in the time. And, it's challenging, especially for researchers who, like me, are mothers as well, balancing that proximity and distance in qualitative research, developing relationships, but still being able to maintain professional and ethical distance, and getting comfortable in that place of developing trust, but still being able to practice in an ethical and professional. So
Objectivity in the same time.
And the things that they share are deeply personal and emotionally can be emotionally heavy, and it's sometimes challenging to compartmentalize that as a researcher and not want to do more. But remembering that, it is a research program, but you do still have to develop that trust and relationship and be seen as a human being, not just a researcher.